Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us today. Topping our news at noon, one man's get-rich-quick scheme involving setting off bombs and Target stores along Florida's East Coast lands him in jail. As ABC's Janae Norman reports, his plan went sour very quickly.
Bombs, powerful enough to blow off someone's hands, hidden in packaged food, pasta boxes, stuffing mix, and breakfast bars. According to federal investigators, that was all part of the plot to blow up Target stores from New York to Florida that landed a man behind bars.
I'm speechless. It's terrifying to hear.
According to arresting documents, 48-year-old Mark Barnett offered a family member $10,000 to put 10 bombs on the shelves inside Target stores, warning not to let the boxes bounce around or they would explode, directing that they put one in each state along the eastern seaboard, saying get as far north as you can go because we didn't want to make it a localized thing. Barnett giving them a bag of gloves, a mask, a license plate cover, and $280 as travel money, unable to do it himself as he's on probation for multiple other felonies and wears an ankle monitor tracking his every move. But that family member taking the bombs straight to police, sending Barnett straight to jail.
Having an individual like this out in the public that would have this in his mind to build these devices with what he had in mind, that's an individual that you want to get off the street quickly.
Federal prosecutors say Barnett thought the bombings would send Target's stock prices plummeting so he could buy shares cheaply and then make a profit when stock prices went back up. Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Here at home, Drug-Free Manatee is looking to educate people who are dealing with the record number of drug overdoses in the county. The nonprofit hosting a public workshop this morning at the library in downtown Bradenton. The organization is hoping to inform people about naloxone, or Narcan, an antidote that helps reverse the effects of an overdose. Medication also known as naloxone.
The more education we have and access to naloxone, the more lives we can save, and that it's a community effort. It's not just one person. It takes all of us to talk about the risk factors, to talk about how we reverse an overdose, and how we can really combat this opioid epidemic in the community.
Naloxone can also reverse the effects of the overdose, save the life of the person who is overdosing. It's available at all Manatee CVS pharmacies without a prescription. A hazmat situation backs up traffic this morning in Sarasota. About a gallon of muriatic acid spilled on Stickney Point and Swift Road. This happened around 7 o'clock this morning. The fire department says they're not sure where that acid came from, but it is commonly used in pools. Both east and westbound lanes of Stickney Point were closed during the cleanup. Those lanes were reopened by 8 and no one was hurt. Florida Highway Patrol needs more information about a fatal crash of a Charlotte County pageant winner. The accident happened last Friday on University Parkway. Troopers say 20-year-old Katarina Huffman was driving east on University when she lost control and veered into the westbound lanes and into the path of oncoming traffic. Huffman was pronounced dead at the scene. She was Miss Teen Charlotte County. Anyone with information on her actions or any other traffic nearby that led up to that crash is asked to call the Florida Highway Patrol or Sarasota County Crime Stoppers at 366-TIPS. Funeral services are scheduled this weekend for a Northport teacher who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Friends and family of Holly Fisher will remember her on Sunday. Last weekend, Northport police say she shot and injured her husband before turning the gun on herself. Her husband survived. The incident remains under investigation. Fisher was a teacher at Heron Creek Middle School. Her funeral is set for Sunday at South Biscayne Church in Northport, beginning at 3 o'clock. Well, today is the first day of full squad workouts for spring training teams. Fans can now see all of their favorite players out on the practice fields this afternoon. ABC 7's Adam Cellini talked with some of the Orioles players this morning. He joins us live from Ed Smith Stadium with more. Adam?
Yeah, Scott, certainly no shortage of excitement out here today. Plenty of fans coming in and out. The team running between these two fields to switch and go to different workouts. As you mentioned, many of the top players out here of one of the top teams and arguably the most competitive division in all of baseball last year, the AL East. But the Orioles season ended last year with an 11-inning shootout in Toronto, and that is certainly driving a lot of the motivation around here for the next month. We spoke with closer Zach Britton, who was infamously kept out of that last game in Toronto, and he says the talent is still in this clubhouse to make another playoff run. The Orioles re-signed outfielder Mark Trumbo, who slugged an AL best 47 home runs last year, but they left one of the longtime cornerstones of this lineup walk, veteran catcher Matt Wieters, after 8 seasons in Baltimore. Britton says he's anxious and he thinks it'll help turn the page once Wieters is able to finally sign a new contract.
The transition period is just a few weeks, and everyone's going to get comfortable with him in the clubhouse. Obviously, it's different without Wieters here, but I think once he signs with the new team, it'll kind of just turn the page with everybody. I think there's still that kind of hope that maybe you get him back, but right now we're enjoying working with Castillo.
And Britton says he also found out today that the team held a first-place lead in the AL East for 111 days last season. That is a long time in baseball, and he doesn't see any reason why they can't repeat that success this year. Live at Ed Smith Stadium, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott, back to you.
All right, Adam, thank you so much for that report. And as you could see, just a perfect day outside for baseball or whatever you want to do. Huh?
Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
It could not be better. Low relative humidity, slightly warmer than yesterday, you know, full sunshine, deep blue skies. It's perfect, ideal weather. It's not going to last. It's going to change. I'm sorry to tell you. Yeah, over the weekend we've got some changing weather coming. Still going to be pretty nice, though. Still going to be pretty nice, but certainly not a classic Florida winter day like this one is. Absolutely spectacular. A few fair weather, high-level clouds coming in, but those clouds are all part of a system that really isn't going to bother us today. Maybe tomorrow, some of those showers that you see back to the west will advance close enough to us that we'll have to think about a rainfall chance, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm or two as we head into the next, about 36 hours or so. All of that cloud cover associated with that system still pretty much back to the west. But like I said, we do get a high-level cloud from time to time streaming by. Daytime high temperature will be a few degrees warmer than yesterday. We'll look for wall-to-wall sunshine and beautiful low humidity weather. We'll talk all about the weekend forecast, which does indeed include some rain showers coming up in just a few. Scott.
All right, John, thank you. Applications are due today for Manatee County parents who are looking to enroll their child in a new middle school. Those applications are available on the school district website as well as the Office of Student Assignment. That's in Palmetto. Middle School Choice Open Enrollment Session is the only time of the year the parents can request a reassignment without giving a specific reason for the move. Expect to see a fluffy partner riding along with Sarasota police officers this afternoon. Starting today, officers will have teddy bears with them while they're out on calls to give them to kids who seem distressed, all in an effort to comfort them. This is part of a partnership with Tiny Hands Foundation of Sarasota and Manatee Counties. They donated 700 new bears to the department. Nice effort there. ABC 7 business commentator Jeff Stern joins us now. A look at the day on Wall Street so far. And Jeff, the markets have been setting new records. Will we see another by the end of today?
Scott, we'll have to take a look. So far, it's not looking too strong, although day after day this past week, records been broken. Yesterday, Dow was the only one in the positive, just sneaked by at the end. You know, all this political noise, the markets have not been affected at this point. The 10-year Treasury is trading around 2.42, and most people that I speak with say, you know, the markets could actually hang on to these positive gains with a couple interest rate rises, so we'll have to see. But so far, it definitely is looking good for the long term, Scott. I woke up this morning, the futures were down. Let's see how we're currently trading. The Dow Jones Industrial is at 20,543, down 76 points, over 0.25%. NASDAQ, 5,808, down almost 6 points, 0.1%, while the S&P 2,340, down almost 7 points, 0.25% in the negative.
And Jeff, I understand Kraft Heinz wants to take over a company out of Europe called Unilever. What do we know so far about this potential deal?
Scott, that was big news this morning. Two major food companies. Kraft wanted to buy Unilever at an 18% premium at $143 billion, although Unilever said, hey, that's not enough money. We're worth more than that. Now they have till about March 17th to finalize the deal and come up with comparable and fair price. Unilever is a British-Dutch company. London, Rotterdam are their headquarters. Big names like, just to name a few, Ben & Jerry, Hellmann's Mayonnaise, Klondike, Lipton Tea. While Kraft, you know most of their big names, but you might not know Boca Burger, Corn Nuts, Jell-O brand Kool-Aid, Planters, and even, get this, Taco Bell and Starbucks grocery store items. This is a big deal brewing. We'll see what's going to happen. And Warren Buffett's a big part of Kraft. As you know, they bought Heinz a while ago, a couple years ago. So, Scott, we'll see. Both companies are up 8.5% and 10% respectively. So we'll keep our eyes on that and see what happens in the future.
Traders liking that potential deal. All right, Jeff, thanks so much.
Have a great weekend, Scott.
You too, sir. Let's check in now with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher. She's joining us today from Robbie's Beef Restaurant, Bar and Market in Venice. Judy?
I am so happy to be here at Robbie's Reef in Venice. You know, I love this spot, and the thing is it's been a few restaurants before and they didn't make it, but Robbie's Reef is nailing it. The place is hopping the minute they open the doors, and it's because their food is great. They have delicious fresh seafood. We have an array of it today, and of course everybody knows by now, stone crabs, those Florida gems, are back in season. So I want you to stay with me throughout the hour. You're going to get to meet the proprietor, find out about how they style this great place, meet the chef and see what he has created for us, from wonderful fish tacos and great salads. And they have a fish market here, and that's really important for people that live in Venice and Nokomis. You're going to want to come here, get some fresh seafood, maybe a key lime pie to take home. I'll be here throughout the hour at Robbie's Reef right here in Venice.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Manitoba Flooring.
And for a limited time, Manitoba Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Manitoba Flooring today.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I got some really great ribeyes, but my old grill died.
We got a lot of grills here. I show Clay a 3-burner with stainless steel grates. We'll even set it up and deliver it for him.
Ace is a place where you'll feel like you're in grill heaven. Only you won't run into your old grill. That would be awkward.
I'm gonna need more ribeyes.
Don't miss these February Red Hot buys on Wild Bird Food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
As the only certified surgeon of excellence in metabolic and bariatric surgery in the area, Dr. Joseph Chepley has performed more than 1,300 successful bariatric surgeries. Join us on ABC 7 News from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 23rd. Dr. Joseph Chepley and his talented staff will be taking your phone calls as we discuss what makes someone a good candidate for surgery and the different options available to patients in our area. Thursday, February 23rd. Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC 7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
That was a chilly start to the morning, no doubt about that, in the upper 40s in many locations across the Suncoast. Well, we're warming nicely, and the reason is the dew point value. It's low. Dew point is at 38. That is a dry mass of air that has moved in and settled over us. Well, the thing about dry air is that it cools off very efficiently, but it also warms very well as well, especially if the winds are calmer, and they are today, coming in west now at about 8. Now, I do think that moisture will increase over the next 24 hours because our winds are going to shift. They're going to shift out of the east and eventually even out of the southeast. That's going to draw moisture back in pretty quickly. Temperatures across the area, pretty uniform. 69 degrees in Wauchula, 71 in Arcadia, 69 in Mayaca City. A little cooler close to the coastline as we develop that westerly wind flow now off relatively cooler Gulf waters. 68 degrees in Inglewood, 66 in Venice, 69 Sarasota, 64 Longboat Key. Water temperature now is at 68, so when the winds come off the water, it still has a bit of a cooling effect. Not as much as in summer, but it still does. 69 degrees Mayaca, as I mentioned, 71 in Arcadia. We have across the boards dry air over the state of Florida. To the north of us as well, central Florida, southern tip of the state, not a drop of rain falling. And really, it's back to the west where our attention is drawn. We have gathering clouds back here, and a little upper-level low-pressure area is developing. It's producing showers, this packet of cold air, advancing toward North Florida. Now, I think as it does that, it will eventually develop a little bit of a frontal boundary that'll swing through the state on Saturday. May have a shower or two, but as high pressure kind of moves away from the mid-Atlantic coastline into the Atlantic, our winds start to shift out of the east and eventually southeast. There'll be a short window of time to return moisture to the atmosphere. And I think that as this system gets a little bit closer, it'll probably open up a bit, lose a little bit of its energy, most of the energy lifting off to the north. And we'll get some scattered showers around here starting probably late in the day on Saturday and Saturday night, and then kind of clearing as we head into the second half of Saturday night, Sunday morning. I think maybe the total amount of rainfall is going to be less than ½ an inch in most all locations, mostly less than ¼ inch in many more locations, and many of us will not even see any rainfall. Some of us will. About 40% of us probably will see some showers around. For today, sunny skies, low humidity, slightly warmer conditions. There's the showers associated with this low, according to this computer model. And as they advance in this direction, the tendency will be for a lot of the energy to dissipate. That is not to say we could not see a stroke or two of lightning. Storm Prediction Center does say we have a potential risk of some thunderstorm activity. Non-severe, but nevertheless, showers and thunderstorms could be around if you're going to be out of doors on Saturday night. Keep that in the back of your head. Clearing pretty quick on Sunday. We need the rain, so it'd be nice to get. For the first time this year, we are now, some parts of us, in the moderate zone for drought. And in fact, pretty close to severe drought in Charlotte County. Of course, those numbers can change very quickly with a little bit of rainfall. West wind coming in at about 5 knots through the evening and into the night, then switching east. The forecast calls for that chance of rain Saturday night, clearing. Most of Sunday looks good, but warmer. And as we head into next week, we'll keep an eye on Wednesday for the potential of stronger storms. Back to you.
All right, John, thank you so much. In health news today, future changes in our climate can have some drastic effects on our health. According to the World Health Organization, between the years 2030 and 2050, climate change is projected to cause about 250,000 additional deaths each year. Causes of death would include heat stress, malnutrition, and the spread of infectious diseases like malaria. The majority of climate scientists agree that climate change is real and human pollution is largely responsible. Generation Xers want to live to be at least 90 years old, but according to a new longevity study, the likelihood of that happening is not great. Gen Xers are people born between the years 1965 and 1980. The study shows that a majority of them are not making the lifestyle choices that will help them reach that goal. Only 55% of Gen Xers have had an annual physical exam in the past 5 years. And doctors say one reason is they don't have a lot of spare time.
They're not doing a good enough job focusing on their health, their weight, exercising, or managing stress. So I'm really not sure how they're going to live that long if they're not prioritizing their health.
Another reason pointed out is that Gen Xers are afraid to go to the doctor because they're afraid of what they might hear. But doctors say there needs to be a harder push among them to make good health a top priority. When we come back, we're going to meet our pet of the week, and you never know what you may find under your car, especially here in Florida, where this slithery surprise was hiding out when we come back.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking Dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Shop the President's Day event at Bacon's Furniture, where you'll find beautiful furnishings for your home at prices you will love. Look for the red tags for 20, 40, up to 70% off throughout the showroom. Save an additional 20% off our already low sale prices on Thomasville furniture. And don't forget, Bacon's has hundreds of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So this President's Day, shop the store that gives you more. Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can buy one for just $24,999 or save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab during Ram Truck Month. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Time now to meet our pet of the week. John is with the founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marcia Panucci, to tell us about a dog named Gigi. Hey, guys.
Gigi. And what a sweetie she is, too.
Oh, my goodness. She's just loving on you. She is a couch potato. And Gigi is 8 years young. She was in a home, and unfortunately, her owners have passed.
Oh, that happens
frequently
here.
very
There's
frequently.
So many beautifully well-trained, adoptable animals with good house manners available that have come from great homes.
Yes, and she's a Schnauzer, in case you can't tell. Of course, that's my favorite breed. She's silver and white, and she's in excellent health.
Yeah, honey.
She recently had a dental, and they cleaned up her teeth, and now she has a gorgeous smile, just a gorgeous smile.
She is so sweet.
She's very healthy. She loves to ride in cars. She's going to be your football buddy or your baseball buddy, John.
Go with you anywhere, huh?
Yeah, go with you anywhere. But she's quiet. She's very sedate. She's not prone to a lot of anxiety. So she's just absolutely the perfect companion.
Do you know if she plays well with other doggies?
Absolutely, she does. And she, of course, she plays well with her human counterparts.
Oh, you can tell
and
she loves
you obviously found that right spot.
That's the place, right, Gigi?
Yeah,
that's the place.
That is really the place.
Oh, that feels good.
And you can see she's just a kisser. She just loves the attention. And she'll give you a lot of love, just a lot of love.
Oh, does she walk well on a leash?
Very well.
Yeah?
Very well on a leash. But she does like to, she's been around the newsroom today, and she kind of investigated a little bit, and she gave her approval.
She's got some curiosity,
yeah,
does she?
that we work in a great place, and then she came right into the studio.
I can see her just kind of settling right in on her favorite pillow on a couch and just, just making herself right at home. I can tell.
And we'll have to mark that spot with an X.
Yeah, she kind of likes that. I found her right there. I don't know. What a sweet dog. Well, tell us again the steps for adoption here.
Well, the steps are, of course, to fill out an application with the Humane Society of Sarasota County. You can call 941-955 4131, and they'll start the process. And Gigi will be waiting.
Well, I can tell you, this is one beautiful, kind, sweet, loving dog who really could use a home. Got a lot of good years left, and boy, she was right, willing, and ready to give them to some loving family.
Yes, and she's just looking.
Thanks for bringing her in today, Marcia.
It doesn't get any better than this.
No, it really doesn't. Scott?
Great dog. All right, thank you both. Circus Sarasota shows continuing this weekend. The headliner, Sarasota's own Nick Wallenda. His high wire team fell from the wire during a rehearsal last week, but he never missed a performance. Wallenda updating us today on the conditions of the performers who were most seriously hurt in that mishap.
Everybody's doing very well. Regarding the circumstances, of course, that was, it was a difficult time for all of us and still continues to be. We have, out of the 8, there are 6 that have been released from the hospital. 3 of them have quite a rehabilitation stage to go through. So, it's going to be a journey. We're all on that journey together. We're all family.
The Synergy show is packed with Guinness World Record holding performers such as Russian hula hoop artist Alyssa Gulevich. You can watch Wallenda and the other performers today on the Suncoast View beginning at 4 o'clock right here on ABC 7. Let's check back now with Chef Judy. She's joining us live from Venice today at Robbie's Reef Restaurant.
Welcome back. I'm here with the owner, Randy Whitledge. And Randy, it's good to see you and be in your beautiful new space.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to have you here, Chef Judy. We appreciate and we're honored to have you here.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to be joining you for lunch. Give us a little background history of Robbie's Reef.
Yeah, Robbie's Reef was started by Robbie and Marcus Sierra down south here a little bit on the bypass in a strip mall. My wife and I purchased the restaurant about 3 years ago, and then we moved the location up to this location just to open things up. As you can see from looking around, my wife did a great job decorating the place and designing the place.
She did. I mean, it's Florida at its best. It's a little old Florida with a modern twist, and it's bright, and the aquariums are beautiful. Now, you also have a fish market. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we do have a fish market. We also use it as our raw bar. We do raw bar items out of our fish market and take them right to the table for you.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, and we have fresh fish. We have fresh fish brought in daily. So you can, and it's different. It's different every other day or so. It'll be a different kind of fish.
So you can eat here every other day or so. You also expanded and you have a full bar now.
That's correct. We do have a full bar, not just beer and wine anymore. So lots of drinks for people to enjoy here besides the beer and wine.
Tell us a little bit about happy hour.
And happy hour is from 2 to 6 every day. And there's always a drink special on the happy hours, as well as catfish bites are on sale for $4 during that time.
So you can kick up your sandals and have a margarita and some catfish bites and relax. This is all really fun, and I'm really looking forward to meeting Chef in just a few minutes. So stay with me. We're bringing out the chef, and you're going to find out so much more about this great food.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
I won Cash for Life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony, we're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style or this,
Or maybe this. Contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Contemporary Cabinetry and Closet Concepts. Our strength is in building a relationship with our clients. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years. When you organize your home, you simplify your life. Call today for a free in-home consultation or visit the web at contemporarycabinetry.srq.com.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A draft memo discovered by the Associated Press indicates a massive effort to round up undocumented immigrants. In the memo, the Trump administration is considering a proposal to mobilize as many as 100,000 National Guard troops to round up unauthorized immigrants. It includes 4 states that border on Mexico: California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, and 7 others. White House spokesman Sean Spicer says the AP report is 100% not true and calls it irresponsible. Meanwhile, President Trump is on the road to South Carolina today for the unveiling of Boeing's new Dreamliner. He hasn't said what he'll do about Russian jets recently buzzing a Navy destroyer in the Black Sea or a Russian spy ship last seen near a Connecticut submarine base.
The greatest thing I could do is shoot that ship that's 30 miles offshore right out of the water. Everyone in this country is going to say, oh, it's so great. That's not great. That's not great.
After South Carolina, President Trump will be flying back to Florida again in his Mar-a-Lago estate. He's also holding a rally in Brevard County tomorrow. Former Republican House Leader Bob Michel passed away. He served as leader of the GOP House minority for 14 years. His skills were critical in helping former Presidents Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush seek compromise with Democrats to pursue their agendas. He retired one election too soon to be part of a Republican House majority that swept into power in 1994. He was 94 years old. Here in Florida, recovery efforts are underway in Polk County after a massive brush fire. That fire swept across some 4,000 acres, destroying at least 9 mobile homes and killing a dog on Wednesday. Although there are no evacuations in place now, fire officials say residents will likely see more hot spots during the day. They're urging everyone to stay on alert. The fire started on Wednesday near Indian Lake Estates in Frostproof. A college student received quite a shock this week when he found a large python under his car. A police officer in Davie County was called to get the 11-foot snake from under the student's car at Nova Southeastern University in Fort Lauderdale. The snake put up a fight, moving deep into the Toyota Camry's engine compartment, but eventually they managed to pull it out. It's believed this snake was someone's pet. It was turned over to a company that cares for exotic animals. The incident actually happened about 2 weeks ago, and officers posted the video on their Facebook and YouTube pages, and so far it has more than 125,000 views. Because that's the kind of stuff that happens here in Florida.
I don't even know what I would do.
Wow. Right. Not driving that car today. Yeah.
Wow. You know, you were talking about the wildfires that we had. You know, I think the only thing keeping us from a red flag warning around here today is the fact that the winds are just a little bit lighter. We certainly have humidity low enough to spell red flag warning. And across the state of Florida, almost 60 wildfires are in progress right now. So very dry conditions. over most of the state. Wind speeds are not all that bad. We're right now kind of in the process of shifting winds near the coastline to an onshore flow with a bit of a sea breeze kind of effect building there. We'll see shifting winds over the course of the next 24 hours, I think, as we begin to develop more of a onshore flow today. I think it'll be more of an easterly flow tomorrow. Again, these are the updated red tide statistics that just came in from Mote Marine Laboratory, and there's been some improvement in the south central beaches there. Only 2 of our beaches now reporting slight amounts of irritant in the air by spotters that actually go to those beaches and record the coughs and eye irritations of people around them. So better conditions today. We're looking at our air temperature probably topping out around 74, 73, 74 degrees, something like that. Nice day shaping up for us. Changing weather tomorrow, though, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. New this afternoon, a former prime minister thinks Brits should have the opportunity to change their minds on the Brexit decision. Former British Prime Minister Tony Blair speaking out. He's launching a new campaign to persuade Britons to change their minds about leaving the European Union. Blair is urging voters to speak out, arguing that Brexit could damage future generations and the unity of the country.
I want to be explicit. Yes, the British people voted to leave Europe, and I agree the will of the people should prevail. I accept right now there is no widespread appetite to rethink. But the people voted without knowledge of the terms of Brexit.
Banks in Britain wanted to leave the country by the end of the year, but the decision to hold a vote in Parliament may delay the current Prime Minister's plan to trigger negotiations to do that. Happening today, diplomats from the 20 largest industrial countries are meeting in Germany for the G20 before the G20 summit. American allies are seeking reassurances from U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson that the Trump administration will not ditch a decade of close cooperation amongst G20 nations on things like climate change, international development, and global economy. Now, this week's talks are also being seen as a dress rehearsal for Germany's hosting of the G20 leaders in Hamburg in July, which President Trump has said he will attend. In consumer news, the competition among the nation's wireless carriers continues. Following Verizon's announcement earlier this week about offering unlimited data plans, Sprint announcing a new deal to attract customers. They're upping its previous offer of 5 lines with unlimited data for $90. This new offer will now include high-definition video streaming and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot data. AT&T also offering some unlimited data once again, only this time customers would no longer be required to have AT&T's DirecTV or UVerse television service to get the unlimited data. The new offers include HD video, but will not allow users to use their phones as a mobile hotspot. It will cost $180 for 4 lines, and it's available starting today. Let's get back to culinary director Judy Gallagher, who joins us today from Robbie's Reef restaurant in Venice. Judy?
Chef Brian Neiman joins me now, and look at all this beautiful food. Brian, I'm really excited. You made me quite the lunch. Tell us about it.
Sure. Here we have our southern style fish and chips. It's got a cornmeal breading, nice and crunchy, served with hush puppies. Over here is our seafood trio. We have Gulf shrimp, Gulf oysters, and fresh floated stone crabs.
And we know everybody loves this time of year because it is stone crabs all the way.
It is. In the back there we have wahoo. We get fresh fish every day. A variety of different fishes we sell every day in our market and available for the restaurant, of course. That comes with the potato salad, vegetables. Over there is a pork belly. I smoked a pork belly and fried it. It comes with cranberry cornbread stuffing, Brussels sprouts, and pumpkin gravy.
You know, in cool weather, there is nothing better, and I could just have you repeat just the title of that all day long. It's like music to my ears. Fried pork belly.
Thank you. This is our Willy Pasta. Bayou Willy Pasta is very popular. It has shrimp, crab, andouille sausage. And then we have our popular black and mahi tacos. Comes with beans and rice. And this is the Pacific Coast salad with black and mahi on top.
It's an amazing array of items, and you have a really large menu. What are some of the daily specials that you're doing? Because you mentioned that you have a smoker out back.
Yeah, we do. We smoke brisket, pork shoulder, we do ribs, and I do specials with the smoker quite often.
Pretty exciting. So Robbie's Reef is for all you seafood lovers and fish lovers and now barbecue lovers with a great market. You can take home a key lime pie and so much more. Chef, as always, thanks for being with us. I can't wait to tuck in.
Thank you.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Thinking about having surgery can be a scary thing. And it takes somebody who's in severe pain, bring them in, take good care of them, and then get them out and back to their life is huge. We focus on minimally invasive approaches when possible, and oftentimes people can be back up on their feet in a day or two with a whole lot less pain than before surgery. We fix people's lives. We do.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
So we are looking at pretty quiet conditions today. A lot of sunshine out there. Air temperature coming in at 69 and a dew point value of 38, very comfortable degrees. West wind is light right now. The west wind, I think, will keep the coast just a little teeny bit cooler. Inland temperatures will probably get close to the mid-70s along the coastline, low 70s. We've got 73 in Arcadia, 70 in Mayaca, 69 in Parrish and Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 68, Sarasota's at 69, 67 Venice and Inglewood. You've got 66 degrees as well. Not much in the way of any kind of radar echoes across the state of Florida or the Panhandle right now, but back to the west, there certainly are some storms in progress. Those are all part of an upper level low pressure area kind of getting its act together, producing a little cloud cover in the western Gulf. Over the state of Florida, though, it's nothing but sunshine today. Should be a pretty nice day. If you take a look at this big ridge of high pressure, it's what has been providing us with this northerly wind flow, now switching a little bit more to the west near the coast, still kind of northeast as you move further inland. That high will be moving on to the Atlantic, shifting our winds to a more easterly direction, I think, by early tomorrow, and eventually even a southeasterly direction. The southeasterly direction will kind of return moisture here briefly, and then this upper level low pressure area advancing toward the state of Florida will kick off showers and thunderstorms in Gulf waters. Now, depending on which model you believe, the showers and thunderstorms will produce at times some pretty heavy thunderstorm activity across the state, mostly to the north, or they're going to kind of fall apart and produce just some light showers across the region. You know, I think you can kind of take a blend of those two models and forecast down the center, and I think you'll be in pretty good shape. Heaviest of the rain, I think, will be to the north. I think we do have a chance of getting a thunderstorm or two across our region Saturday night, probably the first half of Saturday night, and then more likely some scattered showers off and on throughout the night until the whole system moves off to the north and to the east. Then by Sunday morning, I think we'll see some significant clearing, and most of Sunday is going to be nice, I think. So, sunny skies today, low relative humidity, slightly warmer conditions. This computer model shows those showers advancing in this direction, at times getting pretty strong out in Gulf waters and then kind of falling apart just at the last minute as they move on shore. Now, granted, things change in meteorology, and certainly we could see some heavier rainfall across the region for a brief period of time, but I don't think total rainfall amounts are going to exceed half an inch across the state, across our area anyway. The heaviest of the rain falling up around Big Bend region and up through parts of Georgia. We'll look for a southeast wind shifting to the west, shifting back to the east at about 10 today, 2 to 3 foot seas, light chop, and the forecast looks pretty good. We'll have a nice day for most of Saturday, increasing cloud cover second half, the chance of storms overnight, and then on Sunday, clearing, daytime high near 80, several nice days in a row. Then our eyes will focus on Wednesday when stronger storms are possible.
John, thank you. In celebration of Black History Month, if you've ever seen the Betty Boop cartoon, think of this woman. The iconic character was modeled after 1920s jazz singer Esther Jones. She was known for her revealing dresses, using boops and other childlike scat sounds during her acts. Ella Fitzgerald was nicknamed the First Lady of Jazz. She became the first African-American woman to win a Grammy Award in 1958. Between the 1950s and 60s, she performed countless jazz recordings with greats like Louis Armstrong, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, and Frank Sinatra. Since her death in 1996, the United States Postal Service recently honored the late singer with an Ella Fitzgerald commemorative stamp celebrating the 90th anniversary of her birth. Before Maya Angelou, there was Miss Calypso. A few years before the famed poet laureate made her mark in literature, she sang, danced, and composed her first and only album called Miss Calypso. She also starred in the 1957 film called Calypso Heat Wave and was the first African-American woman director in Hollywood. She's credited with a variety of plays, television shows, and movies spanning more than 50 years. Angelou published 7 autobiographies, 3 books of essays, and several books of poetry. She died in 2014 at the age of 86. Well, the weekend is finally here, and it's packed with some great events and activities that you might want to try. ABC 7's Linda Carson helps us sort them all out in today's Suncoast Scene.
Don't miss the 35th annual Cortez Village Commercial Fishing Festival this weekend.
The festival is Party Town USA. It is awesome. We have incredible live music. We have about 25 food vendors.
We've got artisans that come from all over the state, 60 of them in total. We've got a great kid zone. We do a boat raffle every year through our Boat Works, where we hand build a craft and then raffle it off.
We do a lot of educational things. We do something called Dock Talks. The museum is open and free to anyone who would like to go there, the Florida Maritime Museum, as well as we have a cultural center and a Boat Works that are open.
The Cortez Commercial Fishing Festival, Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 6. If you miss this, you're going to miss a really good time. I'm cooler than you are! Born Yesterday is now at the Oslo Rep through April 15th. It's about love, politics, and the American way.
It's a very happy ending, and it's very funny all the way through, and there's a lot of really good, interesting lessons to be learned along the way.
400 teens are loving The Italian Girl from Algiers at the Sarasota Opera. You've got to come down and find out what all the excitement's about.
Of all the operas we're doing this season, this is the one comedy, and it's a beautiful comedy.
It's by Rossini.
Rossini is great at expressing emotion with his characters. So in this opera in particular, at the end of Act 1, we have a scene where everyone expresses this anxiety they're having inside, and they do all these funny movements that their heads are banging and their hearts are pounding. So you really get to see these characters up close.
And the Jewish Congregation of Venice presents their 23rd annual Jewish Food Festival. There's continuous entertainment and food to die for.
We've got so many things. As you can see, we have a tray here. We've got apple strudel, Hamantaschen, mandel bread, rugula. I mean, anything you want, we basically have it this year. We have homemade challah, beautiful challahs. We've made knishes.
There's also a fabulous flea market where you can find all kind of treasures, including books and vinyl records and electronics. That's the Venice Jewish Food Festival, Sunday from 10 to 4. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Linda, thank you. When we come back, we'll check in one last time with Chef Judy. She's at Robbie's Reef Restaurant in Venice. And then the best-selling album in modern music history is still setting records. The details next in Entertainment News.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com, AndServices.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Does it really matter what type of light bulb you use?
We have a huge selection of bulbs. I gave Stella LEDs because they can last up to 20 years.
Ace is a place that knows a lot can change in 20 years, except these light bulbs.
Hi. Oh, sure.
Don't miss these February red hot buys on wild bird food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com, AndServices.com.
Not only do they have all this delicious homemade food, they have homemade desserts. And I am really impressed because this really is Grandma's banana pudding. It's served warm, and look at that brownness on the top. It is going to be so good and comfortable to tuck into. And remember, you can get things like this to go too. There's the official homemade key lime pie. You can also buy a whole pie over at the fish market. Really fun and just keep the party going all weekend with some takeout. And you chocolate lovers, of course, there's a chocolate decadence cake. This is chocolate on chocolate with a little chocolate mousse in between. So triple chocolate. It's going to be delightful. You can get an after dinner drink. You can get a cup of coffee. But you're definitely going to want to tuck into this homemade banana pudding. It's been a great visit over here at Robbie's Reef in Venice, and I implore you all to come back and enjoy. Back to you.
Well, looks delicious. Thank you, Judy. It was a star-studded event last night at the Women's Cancer Research Fund Gala honoring Tom Ford. He was a recipient of the Courage Award. The fashion designer and filmmaker was diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer. Tom Hanks' wife, Rita Wilson, is a co-chair of the research fund and a cancer survivor herself. Ford says he comes to benefits like these to make sure cancer research continues. Matt Damon's new monster movie, The Great Wall, is expected to open in first place this weekend. The actor says there have been allegations the movie whitewashes Chinese history, and he understands why some might think that, but he says the movie is not a historical accurate drama. It is an action flick, and he hopes people will give it a chance before judging it. Also opening this weekend, Ice Cube returns with Charlie Day and the comedy Fist Fight, and horror flick A Cure for Wellness opens as well. Michael Jackson's classic Thriller album is still breaking records. The Recording Industry Association of America has certified the album 33 times platinum. In other words, it sold 33 million equivalent album units. That's actual album and song sales with an on-demand audio and video streams combined. The 1982 record remains the highest selling album ever. The estimates kind of vary, but
it gets harder, I guess, with you know, streaming and everything else you've got now.
I still have my album at home that I bought back in 1982.
Is that right?
Oh,
wow, hang on to that. I still listen to it every once in a while. I'll turn it on and give it a listen, and it never gets old.
Yeah, I think
it's
that
just
album
really tight.
Was the peak of his music and his popularity, you know.
Oh, he wrote some great music.
He did.
He really did. We have some lovely weather for you today. Of course, we're going to be watching this system as it progresses closer and closer to us from the Western Gulf. We'll let you know whether there are any changes in the forecast. Tune in for Bob at 5. He'll have more.
Okay. Thank you, John. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you at 5.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office, Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.